Hey everyone, thanks for your time. Please like the video if you find it informative. This one is related to the previous one about SLS Core Stage production. NASA and Boeing are working to finish the third one later this year, but the new NASA plan requires the next two in a hurry, the fourth and fifth, which are the last two that the White House wants to be forced to buy. The last contract action for SLS stages that NASA announced was 3.5 years ago, and it only covers the parts and labor for the third and fourth units. Everything after that was to be negotiated, but that's the last we heard, so that's in question here. Not only the questions of what's happened in the last 3.5 years, and how much of the Artemis V stage is under contract, but also how fast it could be finished if several steps include contract negotiations. If Artemis V is going to fly by the end of this administration, that fifth SLS core stage will need to be finished in 2 years or less, by this time in 2028. With all the elements of the third SLS core stage mated at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, Boeing is working to complete that unit later this year. And when that Core Stage 3 hardware rolled out of the New Orleans factory a few weeks ago, some attention turned to the next two builds. Congress provided money to build the fourth and fifth SLS vehicles last summer, but one of the many things that isn't clear today is whether or not full production of Core Stage 5 is under contract. It's been 2 years since we heard anything, and going on 3 years since the space agency publicly announced anything. By most measures, Core Stage 5 production is just beginning, and that would have to be completed in 2 years or less for a late 2028 Artemis V launch. It's one of the examples of conflicting messages and commitments, and given how much of Artemis remains shrouded in secrecy, we don't have much evidence that NASA has made contractual commitments to the new Artemis schedule. Now finishing the third build, Boeing understands how to make an SLS core stage, but like other work, they would want NASA to pay for the parts and the labor. NASA signed a contract with Boeing 3.5 years ago for the parts and labor to finish the third and fourth units, but that contract only covered some parts and no labor for the fifth. In the past few years, piecemeal production has dribbled along using undefinitized contract actions. But in the absence of undisclosed but renegotiated terms, that means Boeing and NASA still have to negotiate terms to finish the stage for Artemis V. Whether that's the rest of the parts in the work, or whether that's a continuing series of contract negotiations. Building the complicated stage is of course labor-intensive, but there have been delays to completion of recent builds due to the continuing fragility of the parts supply chain. Maybe NASA won't need Artemis V to fly by the end of 2028 to get a second lunar landing quote-unquote at bat. Or maybe delays to Artemis 3 and 4 push Artemis V into 2029 or the next decade. NASA also just terminated their work commitments to Exploration Upper Stage, and there's now the question about the effect of that shock to the supply base. And that adds to the uncertainty about whether NASA has the parts or the labor under contract for a stage they recently said needs to be finished faster than before. Right now, NASA has heritage contracts for the heritage SLS elements. They have the SLS solid rocket boosters and RS-25 engines for Artemis 3 and 4, and Northrop Grumman and L3 Harris are in production for the Artemis V hardware. But beyond that, there's not much. The White House proposed terminating SLS after Artemis 3, and that's how NASA is currently positioned, even though the political lunar landing goal was delayed by the lunar landers until Artemis 4. There's the third core stage being finished, but NASA only has one more upper stage and the connector hardware for that. That interim cryogenic propulsion stage is the last one that was built during Delta IV production and is now obsolete. And Centaur V isn't under contract. There's no upper stage for the fourth SLS vehicle, no adapters to connect whichever upper stage that is to the core stage and to Orion, and then for the fifth SLS, there's only the boosters and engines. No core stage, no upper stage, no connectors. When it comes to the fifth core stage, the question is what's under contract. NASA launched the first two, Boeing is finishing the third and fourth, but they never settled on terms for the fifth. Or if they did, they never announced it. The stage that Boeing is finishing now is the first one under the current contract, called the Stage Production and Evolution Contract, or SPEC. The first two stages were built under a Constellation-era contract, which was novated rather than going through a contract termination process and then negotiating the terms of a new one. In late 2019, NASA and Boeing signed an initial agreement under spec to begin buying long lead parts for the third core stage, since that procurement process at the time was projected to take over a year and then production would take about 3 years. Production of the third core started in the COVID era under a series of undefinitized contract actions, or UCAs. That's because the original spec contract terms only provided for buying long lead parts, but not a full set of parts, or the labor needed to fully build the stage. It wasn't until 3 years later, right after Artemis I launched in late 2022, that quote-unquote final terms were signed. That finalized contract provided for all the parts and all the labor necessary to complete the third and fourth core stages. As before, NASA would buy more long lead parts, but the contract did not cover a full set of parts or all the labor to finish the fifth stage unit. That was, in part, because NASA was planning with the SLS prime contractors to transition the program from government to commercial control. That would be under a new contract that would be called the Exploration, Production, and Operations Contract, or EPOC. The intent was to proceed to EPOC in 2023, with a joint venture between Boeing and Northrop Grumman called Deep Space Transport. But those plans became pre-EPOC before the end of the year, which would be an evaluation and readiness period first before a full transition. And then NASA never published another word about either EPOC or pre-EPOC. The last words were from the NASA Inspector General Office in October 2023, saying that pre-EPOC would start in the spring of 2024. I tried to follow up with NASA Public Affairs during 2024, and that was when I received the last response to my question about status. At that time, NASA said they were evaluating the evaluation proposal. Before 2024 ended, President Trump was reelected, and under the second-term administration, the White House is trying to sever government-contracted funding. Last year, they proposed ending all the government-run Artemis programs after Artemis III or 2027, whichever came first. Under those circumstances, it would have seemed odd to contract for a fifth core stage, but regardless, nothing was announced. Last year's proposal was rejected, and Congress put in the funding for Artemis 4 and 5 hardware, but this year the White House was able to successfully get authority from Congress to stop work on Exploration Upper Stage and Mobile Launcher 2. The new plan, as we've gone over a lot recently, is to fly SLS 3 more times, for Artemis 3, 4, and 5, and hopefully those last two missions would be lunar landing attempts. Part of the plan is to increase the tempo of launches to fly every year at least. That would require accelerated development from the lunar lander and lunar surface spacesuit providers, but more relevant here would be a faster production and delivery tempo from Orion and SLS. NASA has already contracted with Lockheed Martin to build Orions through Artemis 8, so that's not necessarily in question. However, they never updated the contract status of Core Stage 5. So they are trying to finish that fifth unit in less than 2 years, even though there are questions about whether or not they have a contract in place. If Artemis V is going to launch by the end of 2028, NASA is going to need a completed Core Stage 5 by this time of that year, if not sooner. When we were at the Michoud Assembly Facility in New Orleans in mid-April for the Core Stage 3 hardware rollout, we saw a good deal of structural hardware on site for Core Stage 5. Boeing is outfitting the Core Stage 4 structures, which should all be complete by now, but they are just starting to assemble pieces of those 5 elements for Core Stage 5. The engine section barrel was welded a while ago, near the end of 2024. It still has one more weld, the barrel to L-ring weld at the top. Assembly of the bolted thrust structure is underway, although that hardware and the assembly jig were covered up with a tarp for export control protections. The recent ignition event had an image of the intertank barrel panels for Core Stage 5. Those are still waiting to be loaded into the structural assembly jig, but that is the next step. The intertank thrust beam goes in first, followed by the 8 barrel panels. The intertank is an all-bolted structure. The other element in structural assembly at this point was the liquid hydrogen tank. 3 of the 5 barrels had been welded at the time of the visit, and the panels for the 4th barrel were staged in Building 115, adjacent to the vertical weld center, which is the barrel welding tool. NASA officials giving us the tour that day said that Boeing was also preparing to begin welding the elements of the domes. However, putting together the outer structures is a long ways from all the secondary structures and the thousands of parts needed to turn a passive hull into a working rocket stage. There have been issues related to some of the structural elements, but the supply chain has been much more fragile since the COVID pandemic and the long-term impact that had. For example, completion of the Artemis II core stage, which just completed its service last month, was held up in 2024 due to parts shortages. Washington says that the lunar landing is a big deal, but SLS and Artemis had a lower priority with some part suppliers than other customers. And issues like priorities could also be exacerbated by an undefined contract situation. And so this is a familiar Artemis theme these days, with uncertainty and unanswered questions. In this case, these are the questions that have been open for at least 2 years. It begins with the current status of the current contract, the stage's production and evolution contract. Is NASA negotiating updated terms for full production of Core Stage 5? Or, given that the White House wants that unit to be the last one they buy, will they just finish it using undefinitized contract actions? An obvious question there is whether that will come at a higher cost if it's done that way. Another obvious question is whether that will delay completion of the stage. 2 years ago, I couldn't get a straight answer about the current situation, but a lot has changed. It will be interesting if or when we find out what happened here. And it's also possible that we only find out in hindsight. Thanks as always for watching. Like and subscribe if you find these videos informative and want to find out every week what happens next after Artemis II. As usual, a big thanks to the members of this YouTube channel who are helping to keep weekly Artemis coverage possible. There's more frequent videos, live streams, and updates if you're interested in joining. If you're willing to make a one-time donation to support what I do, I would also really appreciate it. I put a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page in the description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.